They're no longer hiding in forests or shadows. Now they're stepping onto highways, unseen, unexplained, and dangerously close. These aren't random encounters, they're warnings. Caught by drivers who were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. For most drivers, seeing an ambulance whiz by is nothing unusual. But what one woman saw in Argentina was something she couldn't forget. While driving down a road, she noticed something hanging out of the ambulance's side door. It was a hand, lifeless, pale, and dragging across the asphalt as the vehicle sped ahead. Shocked, she and nearby drivers honked repeatedly, trying to get the driver's attention. But the ambulance didn't stop. It just kept going. Some suggested it was a morbid prank, but many online believed it was far too disturbing to be a joke. Whatever the truth, the image of that hand scraping the road still haunts those who saw it. Daylight Drifter.
What the hell?
A man cruising through a quiet village in Florida caught a glimpse of something he'll never forget. In broad daylight, a translucent figure appeared to drift across an open field, its shape just visible enough to send chills down your spine. This wasn't night vision or grainy infrared. Many were stunned. Ghost encounters are rarely filmed in such clear conditions. Some claimed it was a spirit caught between realms. Others insisted it had to be a camera glitch or heat distortion. Let me know your take on this.
Oh my gosh! So what is that? What?
Genius escape. On November 25th, 2024, police were in hot pursuit of a suspect when he pulled something wild. Mid-chase, he tossed a flashlight out the window, but not your average one. This beast packed 100,000 lumens. It lit up the road like it was noon, blinding the officers instantly, and by the time their vision returned, he was gone, with no sign of where he went. Some called it luck, others called it sorcery, but everyone agreed on one thing: this wasn't just a getaway, it was genius. Desert Runner. A man was driving alone through the desert when something terrifying crossed his path. Literally, a tall figure in a flowing black robe appeared out of nowhere and started sprinting in front of his car. No matter how he tried to steer clear, the thing stayed just ahead, unbelievably fast, almost gliding. The man was rattled, said it felt like more than just a figure, like a djinn trying to lure him in, maybe even possess him. He managed to get away, barely, but the footage has left many people chilled. Creepy Watcher. Forget ghost stories and blurry shadows. This one hits differently. Two friends were riding a bike late at night. Everything seemed normal until the camera picked up something that made netizens freeze. Behind a roadside structure, a hooded figure stood still, watching them, and when the headlights hit its face, it revealed something straight out of a nightmare. Large, glassy eyes, and a smile that stretched far too wide. Whatever that thing was, human or not, one thing's clear: you don't stick around when something like that is watching you. Headless Glitch. It was just another routine bus ride to work, until it wasn't. As the man stared out the window, something on the sidewalk made his blood run cold. A person walking calmly, but with no head. It was only a brief glimpse, but enough to send a jolt of panic. Naturally, people online had their theories. Some blamed optical illusion or camera angles, but others believed it was something far stranger, like a creature, not quite human, trying to blend in, but glitching in the process. Whether it was a trick of the eye or something much darker, it's not every day you see a headless man on your morning commute. In the window. Traveling at night is creepy enough, but at least the road wasn't empty, so these guys felt safe. One of them decided to film the ride, just goofing around. But then, something showed up. Look closely. In one of the buildings they passed, a pale face in white was staring out the window. And not just staring, locked straight onto the camera like it knew it was being filmed. Was it a person? A spirit? No one knows, but you just hope it didn't follow them home. Phantom Crossing. Take a look at this shocking street surveillance footage, and you'll see why it's left people seriously spooked. It showed a shadowy figure calmly crossing a busy street. But here's the chilling part. The traffic didn't stop. Every vehicle passed right through the figure as if it wasn't even there. The entity didn't flinch and kept walking until it vanished at the edge of the camera's view. So what was this? A ghost caught mid-walk, or something with powers we can't explain? Roadside Crawler. Driving through dark woods at night is creepy enough, but then this happened. A man heading home slammed the brakes when he spotted a figure crouched by the side of the road. At first, he thought it was just a person, but the thing he caught on camera was anything but human. It was bent at unnatural angles, with limbs far too long to belong to any normal creature. Some say it was a forest witch gathering ingredients. Others believe it was something far worse, a skinwalker caught lurking just beyond the headlights. Pale Ritual. Late one night, a driver was making his way down a quiet, empty road when something caught his eye. 4 pale figures gathered around a small fire. They moved in slow, synchronized motions, almost like they were performing a ritual. As he drove past, all 4 turned to look at him at once, as if they had known he was watching the entire time. No one said a word, but the air felt too heavy to be harmless. The driver didn't stop. He just kept going, but that silent, chilling stare stayed with him long after the road disappeared behind him. Vanishing Walker.
Where did he go?
As one driver was waiting for the signal to turn green, a guy was crossing the street. Walking, the guy disappeared behind the vehicle in front of him, but he never appeared on the other side. The driver was so confused. How could a person disappear mid-walk like that? Where did the person go? There could only be 2 explanations. Either the guy had just stopped walking, still standing behind the car, or he got zapped into another reality, as many netizens are convinced he did. So which one do you think it is?
Where the did he just go?
Phantom Passenger. This chilling dashcam footage from a taxi in Japan has left late-night travelers deeply unsettled. It showed the driver pulling over as if to pick up a passenger. The door opened, then closed, but no one got in, or so it seemed. As the car moved, an eerie silhouette began to flicker in and out of view behind the driver. A closer look revealed a face, distorted and terrifying, like something out of a nightmare. The driver later reviewed the footage and was so shaken by what he saw. He's reportedly sworn off picking up passengers at night ever since. Masked Figures. Imagine cruising through a quiet forest road at noon. Nothing out of the ordinary until you spot them. 4 figures, cloaked in black with white, expressionless masks, standing on the side of the road. That's what one driver caught on camera. Instead of moving away, the masked figures turned and started walking toward the car. The footage ended abruptly, just as the tension peaked, with no follow-up. Some say it was a prank. Others aren't so sure, because if that was a joke, why did no one ever claim it, or show up again? Tesla sighting.
Right? Yeah, I don't see nobody, but look.
A woman was driving near a cemetery when she pulled up to a stop sign, but that's not what made her freeze. Her Tesla's sensor picked up something. Someone standing near the right side of the car. Only there was no one there. The road was completely deserted. Still, the figure showed up clearly on the screen, unmoving. Skeptics were quick to call it a glitch, but the woman was convinced otherwise. Given where she was and what the car registered, she believed she hadn't stopped alone. She had company, just not the kind you can see.
It's a cemetery right in front of us.
White Walker.
She's walking it.
What sane person roams the streets late at night in a flowy white dress? Exactly. Probably not a person. This guy was driving down a dark road when he spotted a woman walking fast. Almost too fast. Like she was chasing something, or being chased. He slowed down for a moment, unsure if she was real, lost, or something far worse. One thing's for sure, he didn't stick around to find out.
She's walking it.
Skyfall Sphere.
What was this huge sphere, metallic ball container that fell from the sky?
One quiet morning, a woman driving through her neighborhood spotted something strange. A massive metallic ball just sitting on someone's lawn. She asked around. Turns out the thing had fallen from the sky the day before. No one knew what it was. No one was allowed near it, and soon after, a mysterious truck showed up and quietly took it away. Some say it was space junk, others swear it had something to do with aliens. With no official explanation, the internet's already calling it a cover-up, and honestly, it does feel like one.
Is this space junk? Should some entity or corporation?
Strange encounter. A woman out on a walk casually filmed her surroundings, but later, netizens spotted something off. In one parked car, there seemed to be a figure watching her, a pale face, unnaturally large eyes, staring through the windshield, unmoving and staring directly at the camera. Some said it was a ghostly apparition. Others were convinced it was a man in a mask, hiding for God knows what reason. Either way, the woman didn't notice it at the time, and that's what makes this clip way more disturbing. Walking still. A cab driver picking up a late-night fare found himself face-to-face with something straight out of a nightmare. On a deserted road, he thought he was alone until he zoomed in with his camera and spotted it. A figure in the dark. Its upper body concealed by the dark. But the creepiest part was, it wasn't moving. Its legs were walking, but the body stayed in place, almost like a looped animation stuck in the wrong world. Was it a ghost, a glitch in reality, or something far worse, waiting for someone curious enough to step closer? I'll let you decide. Bridge Phantom. While driving home one day, a man spotted something strange on top of a bridge in the distance. A lone figure was standing motionless in the middle of the road, cloaked in black. As he started recording, the figure didn't move, but what really sent chills down his spine was its head. It looked translucent, almost see-through. Some viewers were convinced it was a ghost. Others guessed it was a scarecrow or an elaborate prank. But here's the thing, prank or not, who stands frozen in the middle of nowhere, draped in black with a head that barely looks human? Shadow Children. Late one night in Mexico, two police officers were patrolling near an old elementary school when something stopped them cold. Inside the locked gates, long shut for years, they saw the silhouettes of two small children. Before they could make sense of it, the figures screamed and darted off into the darkness. But it wasn't just the timing or the place. It was how the kids looked. No features were visible. They seemed like complete shadows. People online were quick to call them shadow people, believing the officers may have encountered something paranormal. Whatever they were, it's safe to say those cops didn't sleep easy that night. White Apparition. On February 22nd, 2016, a man was heading home after work, riding down a quiet, deserted road, when something terrifying happened. Out of nowhere, a figure in white appeared right in front of his bike. He hit the brakes hard, nearly falling off, but before he could process what he saw, the figure vanished. Thinking it was a trick of the eye, he got off to check, only for it to reappear, closer this time. Terrified, he ran. The footage spread fast with people saying it looked like the ghost of a little girl, but others believed it was a djinn, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Sudden appearance. A man was driving down a quiet road in China when his dashcam captured something bizarre. The white car in front of him suddenly swerved to the right, like it was avoiding something, but the road looked empty. Then, almost out of nowhere, a man appeared directly in front of the car. The vehicle came to a stop just in time. The strange part? The man calmly stood up and walked away without a word. The footage quickly spread online, with people baffled. There were no turns, no nearby trees, nothing he could have stepped out from. So how did he get there in the first place? No one's figured that out yet. Haunted Road. This next video went viral after airing on a national news program in the Philippines. It featured a dashcam clip from a car traveling late at night in a donut in the town of Quirino. What the camera captured has left netizens chilled for years. In the footage, a pale figure, cloaked in white with long dark hair, is seen sitting silently in the back of a pickup truck. She didn't move, not once. According to a local paranormal investigator, strange things had long been reported in the area. The driver, clearly unnerved, slowed the car out of fear. While the internet buzzed with theories, locals weren't surprised. They had known about the white lady haunting that road for years. Ghost Fair. This eerie street surveillance footage has been making waves online, and it's easy to see why. It showed a man hailing a cab late at night, but just as the door opened, something strange followed him in. A ghostly woman appeared behind him, slipping into the car right after. Locals were quick to connect the dots. Many believed she was a victim of a past tsunami, one said to still wander the streets, trying to get home. Several taxi drivers had reported glimpsing her in their back seats, only for her to vanish mid-ride. Just another chilling tale from the road. Taillight Terror. They say the woods are quiet for a reason, because something out there is listening. A couple of friends had parked their car deep in the forest to enjoy the breeze, but their calm night twisted into dread when one of them glanced at the rear of the car and froze. Behind the taillight, something pale peeked out, a ghost white face, huge black eyes. Some say it might be a creature like the rake or something, while others thought it was a spirit waiting for a ride. All I know is, after seeing that face, you'll be checking your back seat a lot more often. Backwards Horror. This guy was just driving down a quiet road late at night when his headlights caught something unsettling. At first glance, it looked human, but something was off. The figure had pale skin, long black hair, and was crouched in a twisted position, facing completely backward. Then slowly, it stood up, still facing the wrong way. It started walking backward, never revealing its face. That was enough for the driver. He slammed into reverse and got out of there as fast as he could. No one could say what it was, but that encounter left a haunting question behind. What would have happened if he didn't back away? Frozen frame. On a foggy, snow-covered road, a dashcam captured something that still has people scratching their heads. The driver was passing through an unknown area when he spotted a frail, elderly woman standing in the middle of the road. She wasn't moving, leaning forward in an unnatural pose. She looked almost frozen, not by the cold, but by something else. Some claimed she might have been in pain. Others weren't so sure. The way she stood, unnaturally still, like time had paused, led many to believe this was a genuine glitch in the Matrix. But the footage ends there, and we never find out what happened next. Phantom vehicle. Somewhere in Russia, years ago, a video began making rounds online, and to this day, no one can explain it. The dashcam footage showed a car waiting at a red light. When the light turned green, the car turned left. There was no oncoming traffic. Nothing unusual until something very strange happened. Out of nowhere, another vehicle appeared, seemingly from thin air, causing the car to brake hard. Even stranger, a second car on the right side of the screen stopped too, reacting to something that wasn't even visible on the footage. Netizens were baffled. So where did that phantom car come from? Was it a trick of perspective, or something far more unexplainable? Backseat Horror. It was late at night when a man found himself trailing behind another car. Just an ordinary drive, until it wasn't. Out of nowhere, something sat up in the back seat of the car in front of him. The movement was sharp, unnatural. Whatever it was, it pressed its pale face and hands against the rear window. Its eyes flashed in the dark. That's when the man realized this wasn't a person. Some said it looked like the Rake, a creature of nightmares. And being trapped inside a moving car with something like that, let's just say he was lucky to be outside, watching from another vehicle. Rolling curse. This guy was just unwinding after a long day, sitting outside, not expecting anything weird. But then the surveillance footage revealed something eerie. Two tires, resting quietly in the corner, suddenly began rolling, slowly, right toward him. It couldn't have been the wind, as nothing else moved. As soon as the man stood up, they stopped and toppled over like nothing happened. Some said it was a ghost playing tricks. Others thought it was an elaborate prank. But if you ask the guy, he didn't hang around long enough to find out. Silent follower. A worried brother shared a strange video online. His sisters had gone out for a walk, and while casually checking the surveillance footage, he spotted something unnerving. A misty, human-like figure appeared on screen, gliding down the sidewalk in the same direction his siblings had taken. He said he never believed in ghosts or the paranormal, but after seeing that, he wasn't so sure anymore. He sent the footage to his sisters just to make sure they made it back safe, and they later claimed that they had felt a strange presence while they were out, but had dismissed it as baseless. So the next time you feel weird, trust your gut and race home. Road Beast. So this couple was just driving home in the middle of nowhere, late at night. Classic horror movie setup, right? Then this dog-like thing strolls right into the headlights. Not running, not scared, just staring. They hit the brakes, grab their phone, and start filming like any sane person wouldn't do. But hey, thank God they did. Now here's where it gets weird. The thing, it didn't move like a dog's long limbs. Eyes that glowed without the flash. People online started calling it Chupacabra, like it was a game show, but others said it wasn't anything we've named yet. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.